Gotta do a little bit of housekeeping here. Ah, okay. Now it says that we're live. Very, very, very good. Greetings on this wonderful, magnificent Monday, as I put it, with these Monday musings and what's going on with everything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in the news recently that definitely is affecting us. Let me light these candles. Yep. Ah, come on, little lady. I think I got that. Do it this way. Perfect. I got my cute little tea decanter. I'm going to put some lavender in here as well as my sage and burn both of those. It's a very interesting combination, but I think lavender is apropos. I'll discuss the properties inside the group why I chose lavender. And my base is sage. Always. Sometimes I use Palo Santo, just depending on what's going on. But a lot of times your Palo Santo is for some deep cleansing work, especially if you're dealing with clearing different types of spirits. Not necessarily nefarious spirits, but it's strong enough for that. But what we're doing right now is not about that. So I've got my white sage and I've got lavender. Okay, let me go ahead and light that up. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world today. I woke up to news. I heard it last night. I just didn't give any energy to it because I didn't want to go to sleep with that in my head. But there's definitely this new news regarding a second attempt. This smells so good. A second attempt on the former president's life. So you can see that. And I'll slightly cover it because I don't want to smoke out the room. That's really pretty. Just so you can see what that looks like when I go to cover it. I'll put that. And I just barely move that over. Let me see. Just for some to peek out of the sides. There you go. Regulating the smoke from the incense. Okay. Yeah, that's some crazy. I want to say a curse word. Yeah, that's some crazy ass mess. That ain't the curse word I wanted to use though. So, oh gosh dang. Like who is taking the time to construct a team of people that are trying to take out a person? And so it makes you wonder, it can go two ways. Like they want to take him out because the stuff he's saying is true, or they want to take him out because they think he's a lunatic and he would be detrimental to this particular American experience. Wow. I think that's quite interesting. I don't have my phone in here, so if you are on here, please comment. Please like and comment. Above all, that's how I'm able to jumpstart the algorithm for my particular page, for my profile page. And also that's like reciprocity, if I have some exchange here. So I appreciate those that watch, um, and I shouldn't say but yeah, you watch it. And I also appreciate when you do comment. I've had people in the past comment during the thread, and that just is over the top for me, and I love it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I have debated in the past about reading political figures. And I don't lean into the fact whether I'm right or not. I just look at how the energy is flowing. And my sweetheart has suggested that I read that way. Also, my Jegna, we would talk about certain things, and then I would pull cards, and she would say, now that's what you need to be talking about on your thread. Like, you need to have a day for the American people in politics. She goes, because the cards never lie. That's the truth, right? But you don't know that. And the cards are just the cards. And the cards also get they have their own reputation for that statement in itself. The cards never lie. Well, the cards never lie, but people do. And maybe they're not lying. It's just that their emotional take on something, so they're only reading it based on one perspective. So to stay genuinely neutral is something that has to be practiced, and you grow with that. So when I look at this news about this former president having another attack. Hold on just 1 second. I'm waiting for this to catch up because I'm looking at it go really slow. Okay. So anyway, there's that old saying that third time's the charm. Like the first time, with the fact that the way he was nicked on his ear, if this was a sharpshooter at any point of his skill, could have just slightly moved over his rifle and he was going to tag him. Like, he would truly be unalived. But he only nicked him, and it's like he took one for the team. He's like, I know I'm going to go down for this, but we have to do this. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that's what they said. So don't get it twisted. I have not heard anything. I have not read anything. I'm only looking at how it's presenting itself. Then, now we have a second attempt. And the security team this time doesn't take down this person. They leave him alive. Now, there are questions about whether the first person really was unalived, because there was no follow-up about his, how do you say, post-mortem details. I know that when President Kennedy and his brother Kennedy were assassinated, there was quite a bit of detail on the so-called guilty one. And then eventually, for it to come out that those persons weren't the ones that pulled the trigger, but they took the fall. Okay. So now we have this guy, and they don't unalive him, but they apprehend him. And now that man is going to have to suffer whatever he is, if he's part of the plan. I don't know. So anyway, I'm running cards. I want to see what the energy is because, there's that saying, 3 times a charm. Like you would hope that somebody wouldn't have to get to the 3rd time to say, oh, well, you didn't listen. If that's the message that they are sending to the former president that is now running for the new term. Ooh, it's kind of rough. And then, can you imagine the current person that is in office as the vice president, that if she should hold office, will someone or persons feel that that is not an acceptable person and then choose to do something there? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So this is Monday Musing, and we're rolling into the full moon. Aha! Isn't that interesting? It's not a dark moon. There is so-called dark moon energy, dark moon work. It's not a dark moon. However, a full moon brings out its own type of energy a few days prior and a few days after. So we're moving into a Piscean full moon that shifts into Aries. Pisces being a very emotional, sentient expression, and Aries definitely being the guardian, the guard, willing to fight. Willing to fight. Because the full moon in Pisces is only there for a few hours and then shifts into Aries the following day. But we're not looking at a full 24 hours the following day, just the following in hours where we look at 12 a.m., 1, 2 a.m., that now all of a sudden we're in Aries. So it shifts still in that full moon energy from being emotionally charged to being physically in action. So what does that look like in regards to these people that are playing this game? So I'm going to pull cards about this attempt. And I'm using the original deck because Pamela Coleman Smith's Ancient Energy is definitely an acceptable one to discern, use for discernment. So this would be the second attempt on former President, trying to debate on if I should say his name or not. On the former president, that's what I'll say, who is now running for the new president position. That's how I'll say it. So anybody looking at this in the future, you'll have to do a little bit of research to look at the date and see who it is I'm referring to. Woo! Ooh, we got a runner. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. The first card I pulled is the Knight of Swords. Oh, gosh. Look at that. Didn't I say? Didn't I say Aries? Didn't I say that? That is Aries. That Knight of Swords, they are not afraid to pick up their tool and move and shift and be ready. So whoever this group is, they are in this guardianship, like they feel like they have to guard and protect their people from this new candidate that's running for the new position of president, who also is the former president. That Knight of Swords, check that out. This group that is working to unalive the former president feels that it is their duty to protect, probably their duty to protect humanity. The reason why I say that is because there's two trees in the background, check it out. And they're like seedlings, they're kind of like scrappy trees, right? And then we have the earth below. So we're looking at and then it's not balanced. It's not balanced at all, like it's levels. So this group thinks that they are protecting humanity and they are on a mission. Oh my gosh, these cards never lie. They are on a mission. Just because person number one didn't do it didn't mean that the mission is aborted. Person number two is fulfilling part of this mission, and I based on what I'm seeing here, that these ones are not acting alone, because the Knight is taking orders. The Knight takes the orders from the king. The Knight takes the orders from the king and activates his course of action. So look at that red. There's passion about that. It's all around their neck. It's all around his neck. And if you see the kind of the scarf that's kind of flying in the wind right there, so that's really denoting like they're hot and their words are flying off at like just flying off the cuff. So this group that wants to unalive this former president, who's currently running for the new position as president, they're on a mission. They feel they have a righteous mission. Look at it, it's a white horse. They feel that they have a righteous mission to protect humanity. And you can see humanity is represented by these trees and the unlevel ground. And two different colors of earth. So they're not concerned about it being only for this European Caucasian group of people, but that when they are looking at it for the good of humanity, whatever that looks like, the underdeveloped and the developed. Now, look at this. Oh my gosh. The king is right here behind the Knight. I didn't even look at the card. And I was talking about it. So this Knight is not acting on itself. That means there's somebody, as an organization, there's an organizational head that is aligned with this thought. And look at what is around his neck, a red scarf. And look what is in his hand, his sword, but what's binding his hand is a red scarf. And look at what he's wearing. It's this blue tunic. And I always think of this blue like Pisces, like water. So we have water and we have Aries. Pisces and Aries being represented in this card as the king that stands behind the knight that was the first card. Oh my God, check this out. And check out the clouds in the top on the knight and the clouds beside the king in the secondary card. So I think of moisture, and I think of actually, and look at the clouds in the back at the lower. Oh my God. It's definitely some chaos because with rain and thunder and things like that, you don't see thunder here, but it can create a sense of like cloudy decisions, right? And look at the earth that his feet is on. It's all broken up. It's all chaotic. It is not level. And so then afterwards, the 9 of Pentacles shows up. So this is affecting, like I said, the humanity. But whatever is happening is not just affecting those here living in the United States. It is affecting those abroad. Look at this card, 9 of Pentacles. So 9 usually indicates a cycle ending. Pentacles representing Earth. But look at all this red and yellow. There's the red around her head, the red around her chest, in her heart. She's got a bird that speaks to her, and his plume is red. Oh. Why did I just see China? Oh, shut up. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to speak on that anymore, but I do see that there's something in relation to what's going on that these colors are showing up. And I also got another, oh my God. Look at her yellow tunic, and underneath on the inside, it's red. So she's protected by that fire energy, by that guardian energy. And there's nothing in this right here that's going to be peaceful. Like, none of it. None of it. So, and we have, again, Aries in the king, draped in Piscean energy. Although he has butterflies in the back, they're colorless. So this butterfly in itself is an emerging 4-piece. This is to disrupt. And now we have the 3 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Swords and Wands. So swords, we know, is striking, is fire. That's why all that red is everywhere. Let me just pull these up so you can see that. Oh my gosh. Check it. You talk about all this red. Look at this. Bam. Look at what he's wearing. And his back is turned. And he has a larger scarf that's green. What are we talking about? So green can indicate the heart being healed, peace. But he got his back turned. And he's thrown that away. He's not thinking about that because he's draped in red. And he only wants peace only based on his hand, who he decides he wants it for. And you can see that because he's holding the club. And clubs can be combative. So he's got an army to the right and the left of him. And again, he's standing on uneven territory, looking out. So this first card, like I said, the Knight of Swords, this is representing of whoever this group is, and they definitely have a leader. So these aren't lone people just out there saying, "Oh, I'm just got to itch up my ass. I want to get this guy." No, there's somebody that's saying, "Hey, be prepared. This is what we're doing. You're taking one for the team if you go down. But if you go down, we have somebody that's going to come up again. But we're not going to come up right away because we don't want them looking for us." Element of surprise, art of war, right? And now everybody's assessing, and who's assessing? Other countries. He even has red shoes on. This dude here. Oh my gosh. So this card is not indicative of who it is, but what's happening. The back is turned, no peace, not for the majority, only peace for a specific group. And he's got his guards right there posted to the left and to the right. So whoever that is, but it's more or less about it being combative and not being ready for peace. Not for the whole. And the last card is Page of Pentacles. It shows up reversed. It shows up reversed because he ain't playing. Page is like a little kid wanting to play. Being fresh for new ideas. But it shows up reversed. So this new organization, oh my God, I'm getting it. And look at the red on his head. This new organization, because it definitely is new, it is not somebody that has been a cell for a long time. And when I say a long time, let's just say 80 years. It is not a cell like that. So let's just say 50 years. Let's just say 30 years. That this group that's come up, once they're in the mindset of war. Check it. Look at the red. This group ain't come to play. If you look at the age of the man that is wanting to take some folks out, either his daddy was a Vietnam vet, or his grandfather was World War I or World War II. Whoever this group is, they got grandparents and fathers who were in the war, and they are not afraid. They understand that with war comes casualty, and they're ready to take the L. Because this shows up reversed. This group ain't come to play at all. They will risk it all. You see? See how that pentacle is in his hands, and if it's dropping, they will risk it all. They're not worried about healing nothing. Look at that. See the green right there? That's peace, healing of the heart. They're not worried about that. They want to create something different. They want to turn it up. That is serious. These cards are serious. This message is serious. This group comes to turn it up. And they got Piscean, Aries energy. Yeah. You see, when it's turned like this, it's all lush, it's all peaceful. Looks like he wants to play. Looks like he just wants to create something new and passionate about it, around his head, around his neck, draping off his shoulder. Not. It's shoulder reverse. This dude says, I am becoming mature in my own right. I'm embarking on being the knight. I'm embarking on becoming the knight. This is what they're saying. We are ready to speak the truth or their truth. This is what this group is doing. They are elevating themselves. This is the appearance of what they're doing. And you, like I said, you look at the age, even between the first one and the second one. The first one was young, so he's got grandparents, daddies and grandparents. This is such an interesting experience. Wow. I got energy flowing and flowing and flowing. Hold up. There you go. Let's see what's about to happen. There you go. Sorry. Apology. That's from saying I'm not sorry. Yeah. Man. This is something else. I called on the energy to be able to discern it, to be shown the cards that represent what's happening. And it's not, they saying it's not over till the fat lady sings. And so now we got to discern who the fat lady is. Because whoever this king is, he's obscured. He's hiding behind the clouds. Whoever this person is that's representing themselves as the leader of this group. It's about to go down. It's definitely doing something. And that's all I got to say for today's musing. Magnificent Monday. Okay, thank you. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. I appreciate that. Also, like this video, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. Make sure you like the video. For those that are in my group, thank you very much. I'll be posting the information on the Moon Mother. Uh-oh. My pen is dropping. For this waxing moon. This is a moon of creation. Okay, because it'll be a new moon tomorrow. Woo! Let me see. Let me get in here. This is for my group. Be Well, the Inspired Group. Be Well. If you would like to join the group, it is a paid subscription. I encourage you to be in there. You can do so by clicking the link. You'll see that where it says subscribe to get exclusive benefits. And this is conversations, ideas, and activities in the group. And if you would like to schedule a personal reading, then you can do so. Just one moment. All right. Just one moment. Okay. Yeah, you can schedule a personal, private reading, and that reading will include the reading and also a clearing. Now, you may say, I don't want to do the cards, but I want the clearing. I'm going to tell you regardless of having one or both, it's definitely going to benefit you. So you wonder, what is the clearing? What kind of clearing? Is that a woo-woo term? No, it's not. Basically, we are working to shut down whatever it is that you fear, have blocks, the barriers that's creating the fight or flight within your body, the insecurity or the worry, or whatever thoughts keep looping in the middle of the night that you can't get any sleep. There's a technical, physical thing that happens to the body, and once you give it the cue, the body actually goes back into excuse me. I get passionate when I start speaking about this. Goes back into homeostasis, like it starts to be in peace, and you can see what it is that you need to do. The wonderful part about it is that miracles happen. I call them miracles because I have seen some wonderful experiences, not just my own from doing the clearing, but from my current and past clients that are telling me, "Oh my gosh, I was able to write a book. Family called and asked for forgiveness for whatever it was. A job came. I was able to meet the love of my life. All of these different things. Money came. What I wanted to get started to unfold, and now I have a great business. Like, these are some wonderful things that are happening. So anyways, I encourage you to book your session. You can go to the website bewell.fyi. I will post it in the link below. The letter B, well, WELL.FYI. Right there, you can book your session, and everything is confidential. Okay? Anyways, I needed to tell you that because my office is open to support. I know what I'm doing, and I've gone through the fire for it. So now that I step up here and I speak, that I'm speaking in my own confidence, that we all need to get this work done, because there are things that are happening that if we stay locked up and distracted and caught up in all of these different things that are happening outside of us, we will be jacked up and not know how to maneuver in our families because of being distracted. I'm trying to tell you, like being overly concerned about the TikTok and all these reels, and being addicted to watching these stories and all of it. It is not pertinent to your well-being. Even if you want to break a cycle, break a habit, that's when you need to call me. I'm never going to come to you in my thread and say, you need to do a reading for me. Make sure you contact me. I'll do a reading for you. No, I don't do that. I've had scammers that will go in my comments and they'll say things like that. So I'm saying right now that the only way that I'm going to approach you is because you booked an appointment with me. Got it? That's the way that works. Anyways, thank you so very much for being a participant and watching. And if you have commented on my thread, I will speak to you, but I'm not going to ask you for anything. Got it? I gotta reiterate that. So, blessings. Have a wonderful week, a wonderful day. Choose to make it wonderful, and then choose to find whatever it is that you need to do to create that peace, that bliss, that joy, that contentment, that satisfaction, that serenity and tranquility in your life. Blessings, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Ashe, chirp, chirp.